Frooglesim videos are powered by Jetline Systems. Hello YouTube, this is Frugal and this is the Frooglesim news for today, Sunday, April the 8th, 2018. First up, Turbulent Designs have released their next scenery, being KGPI Glacier Park. KGPI Glacier Park covers 11 square kilometers of photoreal scenery at a resolution of 30 centimeters per pixel on the airport itself, plus 100 square kilometers of photoreal scenery for the surrounding areas. Beyond that, it also includes 830 square kilometers of new terrain mesh. The package includes dynamic ground polygons as well, which is pretty cool. It kind of forms puddles and so on as the rain comes down. It has custom strobes on runway 02, sewed animated jetways, custom autogen, and includes Turbulent Design's Real Flora technology. KGPI Glacier Park is for prepared version 4 only. The price is £19.99. More information at the turbulentdesigns.co.uk link in the show notes below. Next up, JustFlights C152 has released. Now, I covered this as a preview in a previous show, but it's now available. It is the next aircraft from the team that produced the Tobago, the Trinidad, the Hawk, and the Arrow. It's a highly detailed simulation of the Cessna 152, probably the world's most popular trainer, and was built from real-world plans, even including airworthiness certificates for each livery, accurate to the livery and the issuing country of the livery. The aircraft features authentic needle wobble, HD textures inside and out, and the ability to save and reload panel states. It also comes with a full set of IFR avionics, fully supports the Flight 1 GTN and GNS units, and has a flight computer built in as well. Now, just as with the Arrow, the aircraft features a custom-coded electrical system, simulated spark plug fouling, battery life, and vapor lock. The price is $41.99. It's available right now for all versions of FSX and Prepared, including version 4. More information at the justflight.com link in the show notes below. Next up, DCS World 2.5 is now officially released and out of beta. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, DCS World is a free-to-play digital battlefield with a focus on aircraft and air combat, although you can also drive tanks and armored vehicles if you really want. Why would you? DCS World 2.5 includes the Caucasus region, a reduced complexity but really with a phenomenal flight model Su-25T, as well as a study-level civilian Mustang. It's also home to the most complex and amazing simulations of the A-10C, the Ka-50 Black Shark, the Mirage 2000, the Harrier, Huey, Mi-8, Gazelle, and much, much more. Additional maps for Normandy, Nevada, and soon the Persian Gulf, Syria, and Afghanistan are coming soon. Now, if you've never tried DCS World, head to the DCSWorld.com link in the show notes below and download it. It is free, why not? The add-on aircraft and additional maps are paid DLC, but the core sim and those two aircraft I mentioned earlier are completely free. So download it and try it. It's also a stunning VR platform. Over now to a massive news around X-Plane. First up, Orbex's EGCB, Barton, Manchester, and England got previewed. Video you're watching is from Thomas Rasmussen. It is linked in the show notes below. Orbex are hard at work on EU Netherlands True Earth, coming later this month for FSX and Prepared, but are also very close to release the first True Earth product for X-Plane, that being Orbex EU England True Earth. It's going to be part of a True Earth series for X-Plane. Thomas's video here shows Orbex EU England within X-Plane, as well as the upcoming Barton Manchester Airport, also again, of course, for X-Plane. No idea of a release date or a price just yet. The team is really, however, starting to go very strong at releasing high-quality X-Plane scenery. To that end, Bill Womack recently rejoined the Orbex team, and as a result, his fantastic Plum Island and Minuteman and his Nantucket sceneries are both now available through Orbex Direct and FTX Central. Next up, the other big name that recently jumped is Fly Tampa. Fly Tampa have released Corfu for X-Plane. Fly Tampa, another huge name in the FSX and Prepared world, have arrived on X-Plane at long last, releasing their highly acclaimed Corfu scenery for Laminar's Sim. This, of course, models Corfu Airport in extremely high detail, as well as the entire island of Corfu itself, including a custom terrain mesh, hand-placed vegetation, and 3D lighting all over the island. All points of interest on the island are included for the VFR pilots, and it includes the sloped runway on the airport itself, something we've not seen in the prepared and FSX versions of this scenery. It looks absolutely amazing, and Flight Tampa do have an extensive catalogue of key international airports around the world. I can't wait to see the rest of them arrive in X-Plane. Flight Tampa's Corfu is priced at $26. It's available from their website, linked in the show notes below, or from the xplane.org store. Now next up, Simcoe's reality expansion pack for the default B-58 Baron. Simcoe's latest reality expansion pack has been released, this time addressing the default Baron in X-Plane. Now this is pretty incredible since it takes a stock aircraft included with the sim and makes it ultra realistic in everything from system simulation to flight model to failure models. It overhauls all the aircraft speeds, including the stall speed and stall behavior, as well as taxi behavior. Every system in the aircraft can now be damaged based on what you do as the pilot. It adds persistent wear and tear to the aircraft, even to the point of draining the battery if you leave it turned on when you quit the sim. It also adds an accurate and improved simulation of the engines, the oil system, the fuel injection system, the starter, the engine preheater, the landing gear, and the avionics. And actually, there's a ton more. The full feature list is available at xplane.org, linked in the show notes below, and it's just amazing. Simcoe's reality expansion pack for the default B-58 Baron is priced at $19.99 and is well worth checking out, particularly because you don't need to buy or own any additional aircraft for this to work. Also, a tiny geeky nicety which leaped out at me is that these guys are all about performance and optimization, and the add-on is developed entirely in C++. As a result as well, it's a tiny download, weighing in at only about 20 meg. More information at the store.xplane.org link in the show notes below. Next up, UK 2000's latest X-Plane scenery is Luton Extreme, and it has now been released. UK 2000's latest X-Plane scenery is Luton Airport in England, the UK's fastest growing airport. It features full high detailed buildings and accurate ground markings, custom night effects, runway wigwags, a full set of signs, accurate fencing around the airport, improved runway lights, and improved grass edge effects. Now, unfortunately, due to some in the community, the X-Plane community in particular, exploiting UK 2000's generosity in the past and using the world editor to remove the restrictions in the demo sceneries, UK 2000 are no longer making demos of their scenery available on X-Plane. Way to go, Muppets. Luton Extreme is available right now for X-Plane 11 from UK 2000's website, linked in the show notes below, for £16.99. Final story this week, Brian Bash's Extreme Trees for X-Plane. Now, Brian is a new developer on the scene, coming out with a product that's pretty much Orbex trees, but for X-Plane. It covers most of the eastern United States and uses USGS data to identify tree lines and vegetation, and then dumps that into X-Plane. The effect is pretty dynamic, adding a lot more depth to the stock scenery without having to go to the lengths of rendering and installing hundreds of gigabytes of ortho scenery. Brian Bash's Extreme Trees for X-Plane is available from Sim Market. It's going to cost you €9.99, and that's all I've got for this week's show. As always, if I did miss something, do leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll take a look to see whether I should include it in next week's show. Until then, though, my name is Frugal. Thanks so much for taking some time to watch this, and I will see you all very soon.